Go.
Hi, and welcome
right.
back.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed our first part with the hand puppets and the marionettes. And now I'm going to show you a very simple puppet that you can be creative and make on your own. And I think it might be one of your assignments, but it gives you an idea how you can make your own puppet. And maybe sometimes people started off by this, got so excited that they made their own puppets and became a professional puppeteer. But basically for this, all you're going to need, I'm going to show you two different types, but all you need is just a basic piece of typing paper, 8.5 by 11. And then what you're going to do is make it into a puppet by folding it down the middle and up like this into thirds, okay? Crease it on the floor. Then after you do that, you hold it, you bring the top to the bottom. You have like a little house here, and you put it on the table and you fold the right side up and crease it. You put it on the table or your desk, and the other side. Now you have a square, and if you turn it around in the back, you see where the paper is. You put your thumb in the bottom and your fingers in the top, and then if you open it up and down, you have the basics of a puppet. Now, what I want you to do when you make these two, when you take it apart, see how it falls apart, what you need to do is take a strip of Scotch tape, and then on the bottom here, to where they come together, you put a piece of tape there and you fold it, and that way it's hinged. It's hinged. Now, this is boring by itself. Now I invite you as a creative young person to use your imagination, and you can make a puppet as simple or as elaborate as possible by using markers, crayons, construction paper, etc. I'm going to show you some ideas that some other people have made. Using that basic square, this was done by a middle school kid. Basically, made a nose, added a tie, and you can make your puppet and you can make a mouth. Now, part of the assignment too is once you make your character, you have to give it a voice or whatever, but you make it go up and down and talk like that. But
That'd be a good voice for him, Mr. Craig.
Good morning, class, and now we're going to do our algebra for the day, or something like that.
Good. That's good.
Anyway, here's another one where somebody took the basic square idea and then they put a piece of construction paper on the top and made the duck like this. And I think it basically might say quack. Or you can make it a character of your own. I'm not going to do a lot of characters for these because this is your chance to get as silly or as fun and to express.
Can you open the mouth up for us? Good. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Now, some of you who are into science fiction and fantasy, here's a really cool one. This kid did like a dragon.
Yeah.
Dragons are cool. Dragons are in.
That's
I am a dragon. Anyway.
Ooh, he has bad breath.
Now this one you could be creative here too. Now basically you take the basic square. This person just took and added a little extra and taped it on. See how that's taped on? Can you see that through the camera?
Yeah. Yeah.
See it? And then it became like a crocodidator. That's a combination of alligator and crocodidator. Crocodidator or whatever. So that's kind of a puppet there, right, too. You can go real simple. This was done by a younger person, but it's kind of like a basic Muppet type thing. This particular next one, this girl, she'd gone to New York City and she'd seen The Lion King on stage, and she decided to come back and this was a girl like in 5th grade. She did the whole Lion King with just these. So these are kind of like, see how it's abstract?
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata or whatever. So she did the Lion King like that. And you can also make them kind of have some suspense. So this looks like, so this girl, looks like a cute little kitty. Meow, meow, meow. Till it opened its mouth. If you've ever had a cat, you know how they can be. So these are the paper puppets. Once again, use your imagination, use your interests. Don't be afraid to express and try and play around with voices. And your teacher, if you have an assignment to do, you can figure out how you're going to do, whether you're going to talk to it or do a little scene. So those are basic with the.
And you could put some cloth over your hand.
Yeah. Well, I'll show you that later.
Yeah.
But
right.
But this is for those who. And once again, be creative. do a lot of colors or markers, or if you just want to go, some people like just black and white and go basic, but you can make whatever you have, you can make a character out of it. Okay, so that's with the regular paper, the 8.5 by. Now, same idea, but with a larger piece of paper. This is 11 by 17. So some of you may have this around your house. If not, if your mom or dad work at an office or something, maybe they can bring you a larger sheet of paper home, or if you have a Kinko's in your town or whatever they have. But anyway, here's the larger version. Same thing. You take it and you fold it into thirds, top to the bottom. Let me put it on the table. Your little house. Then you put it on the table, fold the right side up halfway and the left hand up, and you have your square again.
Doing exactly the same, just larger version.
And then put tape in.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is kind of fun because it has more surface to work with if you want to develop a character. Like if you wanted to do like some kind of, these were done by like 5th graders, but it gives you an idea how you can do like a larger puppet like that. Or if you have, if you have yarn and some other stuff, maybe you have other brothers and sisters who have crafts, you can make something and it'd be like that. So that's for the creative fit. But for those of you, or even who say, I don't want to do this, I don't have crayons or markers, never fear. Let's just go black and white. You can do that too. And this is where the fun stuff comes in. Around your house, your mom or grandma, or even you may have scraps of fabric or stuff like that. Just by using this, you can make the puppet become something like here's an old red scarf. You could put it on and it become like Little Red Riding Hood, or it could become a fire, or it could become some Halloween thing. But just see by adding the paper and moving it around how it becomes a character. You see that?
Yes, very good.
That's awesome.
This is fun. A feather like this. One kid that I did with like some 6th graders, he made it into like a surfer dude. Like totally gnarly for sure, dude. Or you could do, one kid said, why don't you make it into the Cowardly Lion from The Wizard of Oz? And I said, okay. If I were king of the forest. For those of you who've seen The Wizard of Oz.
That's awesome.
A white scarf. A white scarf could be like, this one kid said, okay, I'm going to do the Christmas Carol around Christmas time. So it became like the Ghost of Christmas Past. Ebenezer, Ebenezer Scrooge. Or it could become a beautiful bride on her wedding day. Dun, 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 dun. Whoop. Sorry. Costume malfunction. You can also, like if you have an old shirt or blouse or something like that you have holes in it, you can do that, and that could become like the costume, and then you can put it on, and it could either become like a grandma or a goth girl, or some kind of rock singer, or you could put another piece of material on the top. And when I did this, the kid said, made it into the Wicked Witch of the West. I'm gonna get you and your little dog Toto too. Just by changing your voice. Here's one. Oh, found this at a garage sale for 25 cents, but people around your house may have junk they're gonna throw away. This really cool scarf, depending on your imagination, it could become like a talking flying carpet. It could become a gypsy. It could become a dragon with bad breath. Ooh. Or whatever you want, but just see. Or it could become like a beggar on the street. Please, sir, I need some money for food, which is sad, but reality. Okay, final one, another idea too. This is kind of some stretchy material from an old blouse. You put it on, and then took the feathers, some red feathers I found, became the hair. And then it could become like, a creature, a creative person, a rock star, some band, some punk rock band or something like that.
That's awesome.
Or it could be, you want, okay, it's going to do a poem for you. Go ahead. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my paper puppet is going to do a poem. Go ahead. Go ahead. Would you please perform? Okay. Roses are red, violets are blue. I am a puppet made of paper. Boop, boopy doo. Thank you. Thank you very much. So when you're done with your paper, you're done with all your stuff, you're just back to your hands. So these are some simple ideas. I invite you to be creative, be expressive, make something that expresses your ideas or what you're into, and don't be afraid to have fun. And I think once you start, you'll have a lot of fun.
That's
So,
awesome. Yeah, I did have a question for you. So,
yes,
so
go ahead.
we're learning about theater, we're learning about improv, building characters. So
Yes.
I want my students to realize that, you know, puppets are kind of like theater. You're performing,
Yes.
you're building characters.
Actually, it is. A puppeteer is an actor, a writer, a director, a storyteller, and it is doing this. Also, one thing too, some people get things mixed up and think ventriloquist. I think if you get the assignment, you can move your lips. Ventriloquism is when you're going to try not to move your lips and make the puppet talk. But for this, you can either be on camera, off camera. But yeah, you develop a character. Also, as you later learn, when you're on stage with the character, you react to it. So like if I'm talking to you, the puppet is still alive and looks at you, and like if I say something funny, you can go, you know, something like that. So just play around with it, play it in front of the mirror. I've done this with all ages on up to adults. Just be yourself, have fun, and that's cool. Any other questions?
Yeah, no, I liked what you said earlier about how the cool thing about puppets, if you have stage fright, if you're a little scared to get in front of the camera, you can always just have your puppet there and not yourself, and know that it's the puppet talking, not you. So it gives you a little way to get over some stage fright and things.
Also, too, it's fun too. Like I said before, the puppet can, like, if I'm talking, it can like whisper into you. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. You know, like something like that. So you're right. I'm so excited that you are being exposed to this and trying some things, because like I said before, these are very simple, but you saw some of our elaborate puppets. You never know, that one person who may say, hey, I really like this, and will develop and create and do other things too.
Yeah,
So is that
awesome.
anything else?
That's it. Thank you guys
Okay.
so much.
Just one last thing then.
Yeah. The end.
And if you're at home, I want everybody at the same time to do this.
Applause.
Thank you.
Yes.
Very much.
Awesome.
See you later.